As we discussed in the initial phase of the document management categories, when the document is created with category template as yes, these documents are available for reprinting based on the batch record levels. For example, we talked about BMR and BPR records or the lab sheets. These can be reused again and again for a new record request. Here we can give access to the document request. As in this case, we will open the document request. Here, the user can select the document to be requested by changing the date of initiation of this document and selecting the appropriate category section. By default, we have a chemical section and we have these examples ready to be requested. The requester will select the document to be printed or used for the specific purpose. In this example, we will be requesting a BMR record for a new batch requesting. So the user will request a batch. He will give a description. So in this case, we will say new batch to be started. We could mention the batch number and submit the request. Once the request is submitted, the record now can be updated and seen as requested. The same record now goes to the person who can release the request for further processing or printing. In this case, we have logged in with a user who has access to both the options. So I will now change to the document response screen and review the request and give the response. Let's see what are the activities involved in the response screen. When I select the respective section and the category, I can now see the request raised by other users. Here is our latest request given by a user. The first thing when responding to the request, if the template used has dynamic tags, we will fill in the dynamic values for this request. In this example, we have product ID. So let's put a product. There is a issuance. There is a batch number. So we can say it was for 80001. For which reactor? So we will say it is PA1. Lot 1. And the size of the batch, let's assume this is 2000 kg. We will submit the dynamic tag values as a responder and check whether the dynamic tag values now have been updated inside the document. We will download the document and open to check whether the values are merged properly. Here we can see the document values which we provided in the tag are merged in this document. Let's close the document and process it further. Now the responder will say, I have provided the basic information through the tag and I am responding the document for further processing. There is a critical option here. While responding the document, we have number of copies to be printed. By default, it is set to 1. The number of copies defined here is the limit provided to the requester to print the number of documents. If it is set to 1, the requester can print only 1 copy of this document. Let's submit it 1. Once the request is submitted, now the document will be processed and sent to the requester for printing the number of copies allowed by the responder. Let's check the document request screen at this stage. It still shows requested. We can refresh the screen and now we can see the document is updated as responded with the status. Now in the response transaction box, we can check the document available for printing, and from here either we can view or download or click on print and the copy will be sent to the designated printer, and the requester is dictating the number of prints can be taken, and only that many number of prints are now allowed to be taken.